Raiders!
I gotta do it again, Nate. Hey, I gotta do it again, man. Raiders! Bro, it is finally official, you guys. The Las Vegas Raiders have hired Antonio Pierce as their full-time head coach. We have took the interim tag off of Antonio Pierce's name. Man, we got a lot. We got breaking news right now, you guys. Antonio Pierce is the guy for the future. Got my primo Nate with me. Got you guys pulling up in the chat. This is your first time pulling up with Raiders Primos. Think about hitting that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And also hit the bell so you guys are not missing any breaking news.
Pull out the cigars, baby.
Raider Nate, how you feeling, bro? Pull out the cigars.
Where's the cigars, bro? Pull out the cigars, bro. We about to go dummy in the locker room. We about to turn on the lights in the Legion, bro. Al Davis has sparked up. Smartened up.
Yeah.
Sparked up, smartened up. I'm talking about spark, like say yes. You know
what I'm saying? He brought in that spark.
He brought in that spark into Mark Davis last night. He pinched him in the bum and was like, say yes. And he was like, the next morning, all right.
Hey, and salute to Raider Nation and salute to Graf and Wasted and Mitch because they were hearing rumors about Mike Vrabel possibly coming into the mix. And Raider Nation just spread it, hashtag hire AP like wildfire, tag the Raiders. I had us post it on our IG page of hire AP, tag the Raiders. I tagged Devontae. I tagged Max Crosby in it. And it spread like wildfire. And Mark Davis heard the nation. And now today we can kind of leave, we can breathe. We can take a step back and now look towards the free agency and look towards the draft because we got Antonio Pierce as the head coach, and it's looking like Champ Kelly is possibly going to get brought back as the GM, guys. It is being reported that Champ Kelly is currently in a meeting with the Raiders brass. Per Josina Henderson, more news heating up and developing as we speak.
I'm so happy for these guys, dog. Like to remember that first press conference when they were both sitting up there. You can see
it hit all of us. It hit the entire nation. It was like, okay, hold up. Well, let's see what these guys got. Let's see.
You've seen how grateful he was as a fan to be coaching his favorite football team, bro. And for Lord knows what his reaction was like once he got the car or however it was, when he got the news. But bro, I'm just so happy for the homie. Like, bro, stand up. You feel me?
Yeah.
You're gonna be seeing him in a whole new lowrider. You feel me? With a smile on his face everywhere he go.
And
let's go.
The thing is, we were rooting for AP, and we were never against the Jim Harbaugh signings. We were never against. It was really just Jim Harbaugh or Antonio Pierce. Really, it was for both of us, and I'm okay with Antonio Pierce coming back because we got more. And Raider Scorpio, salute to you. Actually, I want to acknowledge everybody in the chat. We got Raider Geo in the building. We got Van City in the building. Sean Johnson in the building. Raider Scorpio says, finally, AP is the guy. What's up, Raider Nation? Salute to my primos. What's next? Well, here's what's next. Champ Kelly. Is Champ Kelly coming back? It is looking very likely. But here's also what's next. The Raiders have to go find an offensive coordinator because the Raiders They're not bringing back Bo Hardegree as the quarterback coach. They have fired him as the quarterback coach and the interim offensive coordinator. So we are getting Antonio Pierce's staff. And there was rumors, Nate, and I talked about this on Kane Town and Kane Town's channel. So salute to Kane Town and Big Mike. I talked about on his channel that they're possibly bringing in the Cliff Kingsbury. That was what me, Kane Town, and Big Mike was hearing. How would you feel about a Cliff Kingsbury coming to the Raiders as an offense coordinator? He worked with Kyler Murray in Arizona as the head coach. He went down to the college to work with Caleb Williams at USC. And now there's possibly him coming to the NFL to possibly be the offense coordinator with the Raiders. I'm not against it. He worked with Patrick Mahomes. He worked with Kyler Murray. He worked with Caleb Williams. All I'm saying is that if Kingsbury comes to the Raiders as the offensive coordinator, you have to go get a mobile quarterback. Could Aiden O'Connell work in this system? Maybe. It's a maybe. But the system that Kingsbury runs, I think it will flourish better with the mobile quarterback.
Yeah, and I mean, that's facts. Like Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, both very mobile quarterbacks, and that's what he's used to coaching. And what I've said in past lives, you're doing good at one thing, that is coaching mobile quarterbacks. Just keep on doing it. So let's get our own mobile quarterback and let him flourish and get that, Raider mentality and forget about the other teams, college, whatever.
Yeah. And this
bring him in, go hard.
This is where it goes into the draft, right, Nate? Because he worked with Caleb Williams at USC, and they had that offense moving. They were scoring at will at times. Now, my only down thing on Caleb Williams is the character, but I believe AP can get that right. The way AP shaped Jack Jones, I believe he will fix Caleb Williams' character about basically, to me, not being too much, just demanding a lot, just demanding ownership, demanding like a lot of things. Like, bro, you haven't played a snap in the NFL. Like, let's pump the brakes a little bit. I'm all for going to get a Caleb Williams, but at what price? Because you got to trade up to the number one pick if that is your guy in Caleb Williams. But and a lot of people, me and Sean talked about it. If Kingsbury wants Caleb, does AP pull the trigger and go get Caleb? I say they will, because CJ Stroud was on the Raiders' radar, on Ziegler and Champ's radar, but McDaniel said no. I don't think AP is going to pull a McDaniel's like, no, we're not going to go do that. Now, it depends how much are they going to give up, because I also know they are going to want to have a lot of draft capital. They want to build this up. But this is a retooling team. They don't need I don't think they would need a full draft to really build this up. Now, you do want to plan for the future. I want to ask you, Nate, do you think they have to sell, is it worth selling the farm to go get a Caleb Williams? And do you think Kingsbury will say that? Or do you think Kingsbury is just like, hey, let's go get our guy?
I feel like if we just, as long as we don't, hire the people that is most connected with AP and mostly captains that are doing well and that are on come up, plus don't get rid of no good young guys that we've been doing and like the Oakland A's do just don't give them up. Make sure you're smart with these trades. Make sure you're smart with trading up to get that guy. I'm all up for getting that guy in the top spot or top 5 or top 3 or whatever.
I would like to trade up to the number 4 spot, mainly because I feel like you're going to give up a lot of draft capital either way moving up.
Yeah.
At the number 1, you're probably giving up a lot more than you would give up for the number 4. So I would like to get number 4. Now, it is very, very likely Cliff would want Caleb Williams, but I believe Cliff will make anybody do wonders with Michael Penix, will do wonders with Jaden Daniels, maybe Bo Nix. I know a lot of people are not high on Bo Nix coming out of Oregon, but that guy has an arm, but he did play in the worst division in college football in the Pac-12. Shout out to Raiders Corby. He said Herb Marvin Lewis is going to be a part of the coaching staff. I heard that's rumors too. Nothing's final yet though, Raiders Scorpio, because with the offensive coordinator position, there is a lot of names that are coming out. Like I said, the Cliff Kingsburys of the world, Marvin Lewis of the world. there's a lot of offensive court. There's even names that we might not even have heard of that are on Antonio Pierce's radar. I do want to bring this up because this is the reason. I think for me, this is what stuck out to me, you guys. When the Raiders beat the Chiefs, this is what made me really want Antonio Pierce. Was seeing this post-game interview he had with CBS.
And every one of us said, you know what? They had a chance to win this game. Never seen a guy that delivered such a powerful message.
Congratulations. Merry Christmas. What a great Christmas present this was for you. And you told us coming into this game, enough is enough. How are you guys, your defense, able to come here on the road and win this one today?
Hell of a job by those guys. Our staff, Patrick Graham. It's tough.
I know the emotions. I can see it right now in your face. I can tell in your voice. Describe those emotions and what it means to you.
Yeah, this is what we wanted. We said enough is enough. Guys came. We said we had a squeeze. It's going to take all 60 minutes. It did. Hell of a job by our offense to finish it.
You grew up a Raiders fan. Yeah. I know how bad you want the permanent job for the Las Vegas Raiders. What do you think you showed today?
Well, I think our team showed that, we can go play on the road and do a hell of a job. Defense, offense is a team effort. Hell of a job by us. My spot will take care of itself.
Go enjoy this one. Merry Christmas.
We'll play the rest after that. But that post-game interview on CBS, that's like what really stuck out to me because you could see the emotion, Nate. Like he knew what all of us we could. Like anyone who's saying that it was not meaningful to beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead, like I feel like you're speaking total BS. Yeah. Speaking total BS because the Chiefs have been whooping let's call it what it is. They've been whooping our ass for the past 10, 12 years. They've been handling us. And to go into their house and to go beat them the way we beat them, it spoke a lot of volumes about the type of guy that AP can bring out of these guys, and even for an offense that was struggling, for them to finish the way they finished, Zamir White just putting the dagger into the Chiefs' heart, into the hearts of those fans, like, bro, y'all, Mahomes ain't coming back. Your defense is not making a stop. We walking out here with the W. Like, that's why that game, I bring that game up. I know the loss to Miami hurts, the loss to Minnesota hurts, the loss to Indy hurts. I hear you, and I bring it up too for myself to be like, okay, got to think logically about Antonio Pierce because of those losses. But that game against Kansas City was the reason why I was like, you bring him back no matter what.
Yeah, divisional game in their own stadium too. It sucked. Yeah.
Salute to Van City. He says today is a historic day in professional football. The Las Vegas Raiders will be the first team in the NFL to have an African-American president, a general manager, and a head coach. Al is looking down, smiling. And the Raiders have always been about giving the minorities an opportunity to make a name for themselves. And Mark Davis has done what his father was doing in the past, giving the minorities a chance to prove themselves. And it always paid dividends. It always paid dividends for the Raiders. So a lot to be excited for you guys. Sean Johnson says, as Antonio Pierce hires staff in Las Vegas, one name expected to be there is former Bengals coach Marvin Lewis will be on the staff in some capacity. And he was in the building, I believe. I think it was during the Chargers and Raiders game. Marvin Lewis was actually in the building watching our Raiders lay a beat on the Chargers. Sean Johnson will move up for Cliff Kingsbury guy is Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels is Antonio Pierce's guy. Like I said, Sean, I think both of those guys are worth drafting, and I think Cliff will be fine with either guy, especially with Caleb, of course, but I think he'll be fine with Jaden, too. Salute to Reese Rock coming in the building. Shirley says, good, he will do a good job as long as he wins, and I believe, Shirley, he will bring wins along with him. He did it with a terrible offense. Like, let's think about that, Nate. He did it with the let's keep it a buck. This offense was awful all season long, even with Antonio Pierce and Bo Hardegree taking over that offense. That offense was still terrible, and he still managed to go 5-4 in the 9 games that he coached, and 3-1 in the division. Like, that has to say a lot, right? That has to look good on paper.
Yeah. And what's it called? I'm blinked.
All right, we'll let you get your thoughts back. Reese Rock said,
I saw sign Russ and I was like, please no.
Sign Russ, draft sign Russell. I think he's talking about Russell Wilson. Draft Jaden, sit for a year and battle it out with Aiden. We talked about that, Nate. Over the phone. We talked about the signing of Russell Wilson. How you feel bringing in a Russell Wilson?
I don't want to. I just don't want to.
I did say with Cliff Kingsbury, you need a mobile quarterback, and Russell Wilson is a mobile quarterback, and he didn't do terrible with the Broncos. I don't know what the Broncos were thinking on benching him. The wins were not there, but he still was putting up the stats. Could he put up the stats and get wins with the Raiders?
He's expensive.
His defense, I believe he could.
Isn't he expensive though right now? Like,
no, most of the money will go to the Broncos. The Broncos, if he's released, if the Broncos cut him, which it looks like they likely are going to cut him, they're eating a lot of dead cap. A lot. If the Raiders sign him, I believe we only pay him like $8 million, and then the rest the Broncos have to pay. Basically, the Broncos are paying Russell Wilson to be on a different team.
Dang, that's tough. Why would they bench him? That doesn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense. Raider Scorpio says, what would you think we should give up to move up on draft day if they want to draft a quarterback? You got to move into the top 5. Like, you have to move into the top 5. I believe the Chargers at 5. You can possibly call the Chargers. Chargers got Herbert, so they're not drafting a quarterback. And I know a lot of people think the Commanders. I've been seeing a lot of mock drafts having the Commanders draft a quarterback. I don't think the Commanders are going to want to go quarterback. I believe they're going to try to go get the best tackle probably on the board. They got to give Sam Howell some protection. Sam Howell balled for the Commanders last year, and I believe they got to just give that man some protection, give him protection, and I guarantee that's the route I believe the Commanders are going to go to. So possibly you could trade with the Commanders, but I don't think the Commanders are going to want to fall that far back in the first round.
When is
Just
finish real quick. All
right. I don't think the Commanders are going to want to fall back in the first round that far to 13th. So it's possibly they're going to ask for a lot. And then you also have the Cardinals, who are they going to move on from Kyler Murray? Maybe. We're going to have to see how free agency plays out. And even during the draft, possibly give the Cardinals a call. See what they're asking for that 3rd overall pick, because you got to jump the Vikings. I think the Vikings are in front of us. There's about 2 teams or 3 teams in front of us that are going to want a quarterback. And we got to jump those teams. I know Vikings are one of them. But you got to jump in the top 5. Raider Scorpio. If I'm the Raiders, you jump into the top 5. What about you, Nate? Where are you jumping to?
It's either got to be the top 5 or just number 1. I mean, number 1's a bit risky, but top 5 is like the best scenario for us, not having to, I don't know, having to really big up. Yeah, giving up so much that we need, like, that we don't have to, but still get a mobile quarterback. All of those quarterbacks are almost all mobile. And like, I'm just down to get either one of them because they all look good. Shoot.
They do. So to Sean Johnson, he says Mo Moton still holding out hope for Champ Kelly / Ed Dobbs combo and the Raiders front office. And if that happens, Nate, we have one of the smartest front offices in the National Football League with the Ed Dobbs, who went out and got Anthony Richardson for the Colts. That looked like it was going to be a good pick for the Colts. Got a Jonathan Taylor, got a Quentin Nelson. Ed Dobbs coming here with the Champ Kelly. I would be extremely excited for our draft. Extremely excited for our draft if we get the Champ Kelly Ed Dobbs combo. Salute to Aladdin coming into the chat. Salute to that Raiders fan. Can't wait till the press conference.
That's what I was going to ask. When is it?
They might have it today. Who knows? They might have it today. I wouldn't be shocked if they don't. They might have it Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Because I know Gerard Mayo was like 3 days after he got hired, so they might even have it on Monday. And then that Raiders fan says Commander is going to draft another quarterback from North Carolina, Drake May. I think Drake May has Patriots written all over him. He is going to go to the New England Patriots. I do believe now if the Commanders do draft another quarterback, they deserve to be at the bottom of that division in the NFC East because Sam Howell was not a scrub last season. He was not a scrub.
Yeah.
He was not a scrub last season. And if the Commanders are playing their cards right, you got Scary Terry, you got Brian Robinson, you got weapons around Sam Howell. You just need protection. That boy is running for his life out there in Washington. If they go get another quarterback, it's going to be the same things that happened this past year. They were at 3-2 at one point, and then they fell off.
I know they were looking promising. For that. They were actually looking promising in the beginning. That's the beginning.
Yeah, and salute to Raider Scorpion. He said, Raider Nation, please a reminder, stop and press the like button. Help Raiders Primos get to 500 subscribers. Only 54 subscriptions needed. Get to the word out. Raiders Primos, go sub. Thank you guys. Appreciate the support, Raider Scorpio. Yeah, we're getting closing in. I think we're at 448 right now. We are closing. We are 52, I believe, now away from 500. That Raider says, bro, bring in Chip Kelly as OC, please. No, bro. Please, no, man. Please, no. Salute to Raw Gas in the building. Just sub. Shout out from Mexico. Keep up the great job. Hey, salute to you. Thank you for pulling up and showing the support. Raider Scorpio says they're finalizing the deal, but hopefully soon they will announce a press conference. Yeah, hopefully soon. But I wanted to talk to you, Nate. Let's watch another thing, because this is, again, after the Raiders versus Chiefs game, just the emotion, you guys. Like, that's what brought me to AP. And I want you guys to hear it on the reason why I just immediately was like, give AP the job.
Mm-hmm.
That's our head coach right there, y'all.
How about that? How about that? Everything we talk about, ill intent, violence, physicality, execution, the will to win. Look at that second quarter. What did we say we was going to do? In the second quarter, right away, 2 defensive touchdowns, 7 seconds. Third quarter, come right back out, do what we do. And then we say in the fourth quarter, finish them. Finish them. Offense, hell of a job. Zamir, hell of a job, man. Look, goddamn Jermaine go down. I look around, I see a big 6'8" brother run down the side, grab his helmet. Kobe got his there. He going to get
leader.
Hey, man. You know, it ain't been done a lot around here doing what we just did. No, we believe. Think about what I said. I will. We will. I believe. We believe. Goddamn, this is what the hell we do. Let's smoke our, let's talk our, the Raiders goddamn way. Let's do it.
That is our coach, y'all.
That is our coach
from our coach for 2024, you guys.
Bro, we have a guy from Compton as our head coach. That is fire.
Like, that is our coach. Rod Gas, salute to you, man, for subbing. Also, first time comment. PG is not going anywhere now, and let's go get Kingsbury and the quarterback of the future. Rod Gas, talk all the sense in the world here at Raiders Primos. He got, bro, where's Suavemente, bro? Where he got the
whole check mark. He got the whole checklist right then and there. Boom.
Bro, that's the checklist right there. Patrick Graham's not going anywhere, you guys.
And it's not even long. And the checklist ain't even long.
I forgot, bro. We got to play it. We got to play it, bro. I forgot to play.
Wait, what is this? So I can't hear it. My God.
You can't. Oh, yeah.
I can't hear it. Do you have noise suppression or something?
Nah, it's celebration, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta play, bro.
I never hear this song. You know why? Because the A's never win.
The A's don't win no more. Bro, Raider Nation, you guys need to celebrate today.
Yes.
We have hired the future of the Raiders, Antonio Pierce. And that is a leader. Antonio Pierce is a leader because if you guys don't know what he was pointing out, Jermaine Illuminor got injured during the Chiefs game. And Antonio Pierce was like, okay, do you want to, who going to bring in? And Colton Miller comes to Antonio Pierce, has his helmet on, is like, put me in, coach. And AP was like, you ready? Because he's coming off an injury. He's like, you ready? And he's like, I am. AP was like, all right, go ahead.
That's because they want to play for him so bad. That's
Exactly.
because they care about each other. That's it. That's what it is right there. It's the care and the want to play. That's all it is. That's perfect. That's beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah. Salute to Sean Johnson, Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams are beyond happy. Now the big free agents that wanted to come play for Antonio Pierce, Hondo Carpenter knows names, but wouldn't say who. So I am excited. Yes, Hondo reported that if Antonio Pierce was rehired to the Las Vegas Raiders, that there was big name free agents, there was big name big name coaches that would want to come work with Antonio Pierce. And he's not just that raw guy. He is a player's coach. He connects with the players. But like the thing is, what was baffling to me, Nate, is that people didn't want to give him the shot because he's inexperienced. Someone was inexperienced. He coaches with the Houston Texans right now. He was a former linebacker with the Houston Texans. He was a defensive coordinator with the San Francisco 49ers for, I believe, about 2 years. And then he went to go head coach the Houston Texans, took them from a 3-13-1 2022 record to a 10-7 2023 record with his young quarterback at the helm, and also just went out and won a playoff game and is now on to Baltimore to play the number 1 seed Ravens. That guy is DeMeco Ryans, you guys. And I'm not saying Antonio Pierce is going to be our DeMeco Ryans. But what DeMeco Ryans and a lot of head coaches have shown us is that the experience doesn't always matter. Josh McDaniels had head coaching experience. Was it the great experience? No, it wasn't. But does that make him better than Antonio Pierce because he has head coaching experience? No, it didn't. What makes the hire important for the head coach, and Michael Irvin touched on this, Nate. He said, Mark Davis, you don't hire the head coach based on if they connect with you. You hire the head coach based off if they connect with the players. And that was the realest statement that I've ever heard from Michael Irvin.
He's got that experience.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. The experience will come. It doesn't matter if he has experience or not. The experience will come.
Yeah.
The more that you play with the guy or you guys, coach each other or whatever. Like nobody has experience.
No, just salute to Demenis for pulling up. Go ahead, Nate. Sorry.
Yeah, bro. Like where was I? Oh yeah. Like they'll build the experience, by themselves. People don't come into the league and have experience and pop up. Like CJ Stroud didn't have experience in the NFL before he got in the NFL.
Yeah.
And then he's in the playoffs going against the best team in the league. Screw the Niners. And here we are.
For real. Thrill. Hey guys, we did Thrill. We made the hire. It is official. The Las Vegas Raiders have took off the interim tag off of Antonio Pierce, and they have hired him for full-time. Antonio Pierce is the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Mackey coming in being a troll. He said they didn't hire him, nor are they going to. Mark Davis will fumble the bag. Salute to Mackey. Salute to the Menace again. Raiders and Raider Scorpio with the truest statement of 2024 so far. Raiders is bringing back the commitment to excellence, starting with the hiring of AP. Let's go. That is true, man. That is true. Justin Tuck tweeted this out. Salute to Sean Johnson. He said, "Congrats to my dude Antonio Pierce and the Raiders. They made a good choice." Van City, yeah, looks like you don't got to jump ship. It looks like you don't got to jump ship, man. Let's talk. So let's talk about what can we look for the future. The future is the quarterback position. The future is the offense coordinator position. We know our defense is likely going to stay intact and possibly get more retooling as we go. But until then, it's all going to be speculating. It's going to be the same thing. I'm going to say could be Cliff Kingsbury, could be Marvin Lewis. There is those rumors swirling around. But they said Cliff Kingsbury. The big rumor was that Cliff Kingsbury was going to join the Raiders staff if AP was hired. So, but nothing's official until it's official. Super Omicron said, "Don't jump shit. Congratulations. Future is Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels." I would not be upset with that, Super. I would not be upset with that at all. Don't get me hyped up now. Don't get me hyped up now,
bro. How are you not hyped up though? Like, I'm
already hyped up. I'm already hyped up. There is more news coming out, you guys. This could mean nothing, could mean a lot. The agent for new Raiders head coach Pierce also represents Ed Dobbs, who interviewed for the Raiders general manager position. Not out of the question that it ends up going in that direction. And I said this, Nate, that Ed Dobbs and AP, that still is on the table. That just because Ed Dobbs comes doesn't mean Jim Harbaugh is going to come with him. It was still on the table that AP is going to be here. Now, who's the general manager? Could be Champ Kelly. It could be Ed Dobbs. It could be Ed Dobbs and then Champ Kelly as the assistant general manager. Which one would you prefer, Nate? Would you pick Ed Dobbs? Would you pick up Champ Kelly? Would you pick up a duo out of them two?
I'm picking up a duo, dog. Shoot. Hey, if we just
Champ won a CJ last year.
Facts. Like he won a CJ and look where he's at. And then I mean, as long as we have that right mind of the draft, of drafting offseason, just keep him, bring in, Ed Dobbs. Bro, just let him cook. Let them cook, dog.
I'm excited for the offseason. I'm excited to see what moves we have. We got in store. This is likely we're going to get Josh Jacobs back, you guys. We're likely going to get Josh Jacobs back. Devontae and Max, they're happy. The thing is, we as a nation been crying about stability, right? We've been crying about stability. Just like Max's frustration that he put on the podcast was almost like ours. Stability. Like we're going through head coaching changes, offensive coordinator changes, defensive coordinator changes. Like it's a revolving door. Now we got our guy, and let's hope that he can be the one to break that cycle of we fired our head coach again. Now we're back to what head coaches are out there. Like hopefully AP can be our Mike Tomlin. Like I like another thing that Keyshawn Johnson said on Undisputed. Skip Bayless asked, "Can AP do it for the long haul?" He did it for 9 games. Can he do it for 17 games? Can he do it in 2 years? The thing is, Keyshawn said this. Sean McVay didn't do it until he did it. Andy Reid didn't do it until he did it. And we will say DeMeco Ryans didn't do it until he did it. A lot of the head coaches that are in nowadays, even the Bill Belichick's, every head coach started somewhere. There was a team that took a chance on a head coach and it paid dividends for them. At that time, it was a risk because at that time, not saying Bill Belichick had head coaching experience, not saying he didn't, but I'm just saying like the guys like Sean McVay, the guys like a DeMeco Ryans, the guys like Marvin Lewis, hell, even a Cliff Kingsbury, even though it didn't work out in Arizona, a Mike Tomlin, because Mike Tomlin didn't have any head coaching experience either. He led the Steelers to a Super Bowl and 2 Super Bowl appearances. and has never had a losing record in 17 or not. Was it 17? Is it 13 seasons? I think it's 13 seasons since he's been coaching the Steelers. He has never had a losing season. Never had a losing season. All I'm saying is Antonio Pierce needed a shot, and he got his shot. Now, Antonio Pierce, run with it. Run with this opportunity you have been presented. Run with it. Go build your staff. Go get your guys and get the Raiders back to the promised land, and that is a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that's going to be 2024, but if we can reach the playoffs in 2024, we're trending to the right direction. Thrill says it would be nice to have Ed Dobbs and Champ Kelly both. It would. Sean says Ed Dobbs was responsible for drafting the Legion of Boom in Seattle. Hey, and look what he did with Indianapolis. He was building something there. Raider Scorpio says, should they pay Josh Jacobs? How much would they should they offer? Is he worth it? This is a great question by Raider Scorpio. Nate, I'll let you take it.
I mean, hopefully he's a bit, team friendly since, AP's here. I don't know. It depends on how Josh Jacobs is feeling about this.
He said if AP is back, that it's 100% that I'll be coming back on a team friendly deal.
Yeah, as long as it's like team friendly, especially with all the players that we kind of need to play. Everybody, you can't like not love the guy. Like you gotta go with the team friendly deal to like get us to the promised land. Like we need some money too. Like,
and I was looking at if I'm actually putting a price on it, I'm going $8 million. I'm actually I'm not going 10 million anymore. Like 8 million, I'm okay with. 10 million, bro. You could get 2 running backs with 10 million. You could get 2 decent running backs. The thing is, running backs are expendable. We had this conversation last year. Running backs are expendable. Isaiah Pacheco getting paid like $750,000 from the Chiefs. Is he going to get paid? He is. But is he going to get a $10 million deal? Probably not from the Chiefs. He's probably going to get offered $8 to $9 million. I say Jacobs should take the same thing. You got a 1-2 punch in JJ and Zamir. JJ, don't mess that up. Like that can be a 2. Like Zamir showed some flashes last season. Does Josh want to be the top? I just seen this comment. I don't think he does anymore, Raider Scorpio. I don't think he does.
I feel like he just wants to be on this team.
I think it switched. When Josh McDaniels was here, yes, he did want to be the top paid running back. Why? Because he was the reason why the Raiders were winning games with Josh McDaniels. Now, Antonio Pierce as the head coach, I think Josh would come back. I don't think that Josh was like, I still want to be paid top running back money. I think he is going to be true to his word that, hey, I'm going to come back on a team-friendly deal. And AP is back. I'm happy. I know we're going to win games. I want to come back on a team-friendly deal.
That's what I hope, Doug.
Super Omicron says, yes, AP is the next Mike Tomlin. He might be. Hopefully he is. Dobbs would be good. Proven scout evaluator. Found Zaire Franklin. Safety Kenny Moore. Linebacker Bobby Enrique. And Dobbs is good. He's found diamonds in the rough. But he also goes out and he can draft in the first round, which we cannot do. Hopefully he doesn't forget how to.
Gooden, baby.
Yeah. Let me see. Another question. Hey, Primos, do you think with the hiring of AP, the Raiders can be a playoff team, or will it take a couple of years to see a progress? No, they're a playoff team in 2024. I said it. Nate, I'll let you go on because I'm probably gonna go on a tangent. And so you go first, Nate.
We said this like I don't know. We just keep on saying like we feel like we're only a quarterback and AP away from pushing our way to our first playoff win in a gazillion years. And if you could win a playoff game, then if you could win 1 or 2 playoff games in one run, you're a playoff team. And that's what I believe these top 5 quarterbacks have the ability to do. Like the last I only think that what was it? I actually feel like Anthony Richardson actually could have made
definitely. He
could have made the playoff if he was healthy.
And a lot of people were beating Anthony Richardson up, but before he got injured, I'm like, were you guys even watching this kid play? Bro, like Anthony Richardson, the reason why he got hurt was he was like a Lamar Jackson. Like all he did was run, but when he ran, boy was deadly when he ran. I think once he gets to that, he'll learn that next season, how to be that pocket passer and to take off when you need to. Like that's what makes Anthony Richardson scary. If you're going against like if the rest of the division, I'm telling you, Texans and Colts, those games, like when they go head to head, fire. Those are going to be fire matchups.
Yeah.
When you got CJ Stroud versus Anthony Richardson, those are going to be a fire matchup to watch.
Yeah, and those are the type of quarterbacks that are, usually coming out of the draft nowadays. You have a lot of athletic, mobile quarterbacks. And yes, I mean, we'll handle the cornerback position in the, I don't know, I hope somewhere, some way. I mean, cornerback position, I'll take quarterback position over cornerback position right now.
Hey, the corner, Jalen Johnson, bro. Jalen Johnson in free agency. He got ties to Champ Kelly from Champ Kelly's days in Chicago. The way, AP is rallying these guys, picking up guys that, didn't really make themselves a name. Not saying Jalen Johnson didn't, but when you think of top corners, you don't think of a Jalen Johnson. AP will bring Jalen Johnson over and make that boy, him and Jack Jones, as one of the best cornerback duos in the league. Like, that's what I'm saying. Jalen Johnson, Jack Jones, Nate Hobbs, Trayvon Merrick, I can't believe I said his name, Marcus Epps. Bro, that secondary can be nasty. A great secondary that we have not seen in a long time. Because outside of Amik Robertson, who was playing bad football? I'm not saying Amik was playing bad football, but Amik was inconsistent as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Well, Amik is Amik. Amik is Amik. So he plays like himself.
But outside of the rest, Nate Hobbs, balling. Jack Jones, balling. Trayvon Merrick, which I seen a stat out there, you guys. Trayvon Merrick gave up 1 touchdown all season long. You know when that touchdown was, Nate?
What? Wasn't that like, what do I feel like? Oh, wait, no, that wasn't that. Yeah. What is what?
Week 1. Week
1.
1 was when Trayvon Merrick gave up a touchdown. And that was his only touchdown he gave up all season long.
Dang.
Marcus Epps only had 1 touchdown giving up. And guess what? It was week 1. After that week 1 game, Marcus Epps and Trayvon Merrick had not been basically, they didn't give up anything over the top. Now, people go to that Miami game and they believe that Merrick basically blew that coverage. It wasn't on Merrick. They actually charged it against Peters. Marcus Peters was the one that blew the coverage on the Tyreek Hill touchdown. They did not give that to Trayvon Merrick. And I agree, because when I went back and watched the play, I don't know where Marcus Peters' headspace was that Tyreek Hill went over the middle and Marcus Peters kept dropping. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I don't know if he expected Merrick to come up and make. I don't know what the plan was, but I'm glad he's not on this team. I'm glad we got Jack Jones. I'm ready for next season already, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to get on to the offseason. I want to see what we do in free agency. I want to see who we re-sign. We got it now. We're back to the Josh Jacobs talks, you guys. We're of course still on the talks with the offense coordinators and general managers, but once our coaching staff is lined up, our front office is lined up, we're back on the Josh Jacobs train, and that's the next news we're gonna be waiting for. Is the Josh Jacobs re-signing with our Raiders? Is he gonna resign? Is the Raiders gonna let him walk? We have yet to. There's a lot of speculation. Let me see. I want to see. Thrill said, looking for some team-friendly contracts from our players to finish building this thing. And I got hiccups. I agree, Thrill. And the thing is, there's not a lot of players to go around that you have to sign. I mean, Spillane, you do got to sign him back. I think Jack Jones, you do got to sign him back. But the thing is, Nate, someone touched on it earlier in the chat that AP coming back, we're gonna have basically almost the same exact team that we had last season. Of course, there's gonna be some change, but in regards to the defense, because the offense needs fucking help. Let's be honest, they need help. So I'm not even gonna be mad about us bringing in new guys on the offensive line because we need help on the offensive line. But that defense, for the most part, is gonna be still intact. You're gonna have Kuntz, Crosby manning the edge. I believe we need to go get a defensive tackle. We need a true defensive tackle. Adam Butler played well, but pair him up with a great defensive tackle, that D-line is going to eat. And go get another I think maybe our linebacker room, we could bring in one linebacker. I wouldn't be mad if Masterson, Diablo, and Spillane are the starters. I wouldn't be mad at it. Just competition. I would love to bring in another linebacker for competition and go get a Jalen Jones for your corner room. You're set, bro. That's your defense.
I'm just like,
that was like two pieces? Really? You need on your defense?
Yeah.
You just need really two pieces on your defense.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even want to touch the linebacker position because they just
me either. I don't either. I don't even want to touch the linebackers, honestly. I just would I wouldn't mind them bringing another linebacker just for competition wise. Because, you might find – what if you find another Spillane?
Oh, he's a dog.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if you find another Spillane where it's a question mark, but then come season time, boy's like one of the best linebackers out there. It's like, damn, bro, you got hit. You got, an unknown linebacker that somehow is now going to be known, and then you got Spillane and Diablo. Bro, give me that. Give me that. Super Omnicron said, let's let the GM get settled. Then we can do the offseason planning in March. Oh, I agree, Super Omnicron. We still don't know who the GM is. Is it going to be Kelly? Is it going to be Dobbs? It seems like those two guys are the front runners for the general manager position. And then we got to go get our offensive coordinator. And then once we get our front office settled, we get our coaching staff settled, we can start talking about the offseason and start talking free agents. Let me see. Thrill said AP, a quarterback, and a dominant D tackle, and one more shutdown corner away. Yeah, bro, Thrill is literally copying what we said. We might be copying what Thrill said. Who knows? But really, that's how I feel. I feel we're a quarterback. I will say this: we do need a center though, and I think we have him. We have Parham at center. How do you feel about our right side though, Nate?
With
Van
Luminor and stuff
and Dayer Munford.
Oh, I was like,
I wouldn't mind bringing in the Luminor back. I wouldn't, but I would rather bring Luminor back to be the right guard and then have Thayer Munford at right tackle. We might have to monitor the Colt Miller situation because what I'm learning is that shoulder injuries, at least for tackles, they are hard to overcome, like in the long run. So we might have to address our left tackle position. You might move Thayer Munford to the left tackle, and then you got to go get him. You're still looking for that right tackle that we've been looking for years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any, doubts in Miller's play. I mean, he went out there and he was hurt. He was balling.
Yeah,
he's just that guy.
Pulling up. No, you're right, Nate. I mean, he went out there and literally laid his life on the line for AP. Sean John said, do we realize now that AP is official? We won't lose any key players now on offense. We only need a franchise quarterback, 2 offensive guards, another tight end, starting DT, and a cornerback and a linebacker on defense. I agree that the offense needs help. Like, that's why I would not be. This is the season where I don't know. I did not think I'll be saying it, where I would go all out on the offensive side of the ball. I never thought I would say that. Because I think we could go get one defensive tackle. Boom, there's your defensive tackle. As long as he's a great defensive tackle. Go get a starting cornerback, Jalen Johnson. Boom. Covered the cornerback room. Now, Focus on the offense. Focus on the offense. Salute to Raider Scorpion. He said, once again, Raider Nation, don't forget to sub. Let's get Primos to 500 subs. Now only need 52 subs to 500. Let's go. Raiders! Appreciate the support, Raider Scorpio. Yes, you guys, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and hit that bell. Thrill, appreciate the support. Sean says, Tommy Eichenberg in the draft could be another Spillane. I love Tommy Eichenberg. I think we could possibly get him in the third round. I've seen a lot of mocks have us take him in the third round. So I will like to get Eichenberg out of Ohio State. Nate, I got to show you some film on this Tommy Eichenberg, because first time I seen the film, it blew my mind. I'm like, this guy needs to be added to our linebacker room in the draft. Like this, bring in Eichenberg, please. Because this statement is true. He can be another Spillane.
Though his last name sounds like he came from like 1700s. Eichenberg.
Salute to Ray Scorpion. He said, Brady, are you mad? It's not your buddy Vrabel. And yeah, man, like with the rumors coming out that Vrabel was added to the mix, I don't know how Brady's gonna feel about this, but I don't care. Thrill says, so I don't have to end everything with hashtag AP anymore. Hell yeah. Hey, Thrill. Salute to the Raider Nation, bro. Spreading that hashtag like wildfire. I did it on my chat, but salute to Graf for spreading the word to Raider Nation to do that. Shout out to Miss, shout out to Wasted, like getting the word out. Hire AP Raider Nation. We did it. Like we spreaded the word.
Did it again.
Like I as soon as I was like, bro, I got you, Graf, bro. You right. We do make a difference. I tagged Max Crosby, tagged Devontae Adams, hashtag AP, and I tagged the Raiders in it too. And I believe Raider Nation voices were heard. The players' voices were heard. Like Mark Davis had alumni, fans, players. Like it wasn't just us saying it. He had players, former players, telling him, go hire AP. Hire AP. I think it was a done deal from the get-go. Throw said, I would move Miller to right tackle, leave Mumford at left tackle, move Parham to center, and Illuminor to guard. I wouldn't be upset with that, Throw. I mean, if you keep Miller at left tackle, I wouldn't be upset with that either. But I will. If you go look at Mumford's tape against the Chargers when he did play left tackle, Mumford had a hell of a game at left tackle. So it would be maybe something to consider. Raider Scorpio says, if Raiders don't draft a quarterback, which quarterback and free agents would be a good fit for the Raiders? Off the top of my head, I know Baker Mayfield's a free agent this upcoming season. I wouldn't mind taking a Baker Mayfield after the season he had, but he's likely going to go back to the Bucs because of the season he had. Maybe you could get Gardner Minshew, but he's a backup quarterback to Anthony Richardson. And the way Anthony Richardson likes to run, I do believe the Colts are going to try to re-sign Minshew back. If we don't draft a quarterback, it looks like we might just have to stick with Aiden O'Connell for 2024. But I hope we don't go that route. Nate, what about you, man? What are you looking at for quarterback free agents? If you need the list, I got you, bro. If you need the list, I got you, bro. I need to look at. I know off the and Jacoby.
Man, we need to draft a quick. Like if we don't, then I don't know what we're doing because we're supposed to be. No, this isn't. You can go draft a QB. No, you better draft a QB. I don't see if we don't draft a QB. That's
here. I'm gonna give you the free agent quarterbacks, and I sent you the list too. Check your disc.
Like, okay.
I sent you the link. Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill, Jacoby Brissett, Tyrod Taylor, Marcus Mariota, Sam Darnold, Jameis Winston, Drew Lock, Baker Mayfield, Gardner Minshew, Tyler Huntley, Joe Flacco, Joshua Dobbs, Easton Stick, Nate Sudfeld, Blaine Gabbert,
Yeah.
Josh Johnson, Carson Wentz, Kyle Allen, Brandon Allen, Trevor Siemian, AJ McCarron, Matt Barkley, Mason Rudolph, Logan Woodside, Felipe Franks, Jake Browning, Nathan Ruke, and
All
Garrett.
right. Wait, okay. We don't have to go that far down. Like, we might as well just sign back Nathan Peterman.
The reason why I did that is because to prove the fact that there's not quarterbacks out there in free agency.
Well, let's sign Garrett Gilbert. Why not?
Bro, go get Garrett. Salute to Jose Huertas. Raiders. Salute to you, man, for pulling up. Thrill says, is Kirk Cousins available? Kirk Cousins is available, but remember, Thrill, he is coming off a terrible Achilles injury. Terrible Achilles injury that he had late in the season. So it could be another Jimmy G situation where is he going to be ready for OTAs? Is he going to be ready for minicamp? He might not be ready till preseason. So if you sign a Kirk Cousins, and who's to say Kirk Cousins isn't going to be asking for a lot of money to be a bridge quarterback? Raider Scorpio said, which quarterback we might have a chance to trade for if they decide to go that route? Justin Fields. Justin Fields. That's the only quarterback I see us trading for. Other than that, Nate, do you have any other quarterback that we possibly could trade for?
Trading to the top pick of the draft. That's what I'm talking about. You feel me? I just don't want to draft. I just don't want another free agent QB, bro. I just want to. I don't want to think like I don't want to put it in the air that we don't draft the QB. You know how sad we'll be after the draft. Oh, the draft is over and we don't have that QB.
I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that. If he is healthy, good call, bro. Yeah, if Kirk Cousins is healthy, I wouldn't mind bringing in a Kirk Cousins. But the thing is, likely he won't be healthy because he is likely going to be nursing that Achilles injury. Baker Mayfield, I think he's going to go back to the Bucs. Jameis Winston, you guys, I'm going to be honest. If we are going to go get a free agent quarterback, Jameis Winston, I would not mind taking a chance on Winston to be a bridge quarterback. But I think the narrative for us, Nate, still stands. You draft a quarterback no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You draft a quarterback no matter what.
What is this guy posting, dog?
What is
this man, Josh Jacobs, bro?
Oh,
what was that?
I don't even know who that is.
That was Josh Jacobs posting a picture of Zion Williamson doing like a demon face.
Oh, because bro, AP is back, bro. It's demon time, you know.
Yo, it's gotta be Zion, really.
But AJ, salute to AJ for pulling up. He said, "What's up, Primos? We trained up to get our quarterback one." AJ, we're hoping. Like, I've said
that is plan A.
We have to trade up. It's
plan A.
If it's not a question, we have to trade up for a quarterback one. We have to go get our guy, whether that's Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, Caleb Williams. You go get your guy. We missed out on the opportunity to go get CJ Stroud. Me and Nate said this all the time, you guys. If CJ Stroud was a Raider right now, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Bro, we'd be going against
right now.
We'd be going against the Raiders.
If we made the trade for CJ Stroud, wouldn't even be having this conversation right now, AJ. We would probably be focusing on like, hey, who should we go get as an offensive line? Who should we go get as a defensive tackle? We'd be looking how to build the offensive line or how to build the defense up more if we went to go get a CJ Stroud. I just don't want to be in this conversation anymore. Is Caleb a Bear? Who knows? Is Chicago trading? I was hearing rumors that Chicago is entertaining the fact to trade away the number one pick again.
I was so lost. Like, I was like, is he an actual Bear? I wasn't thinking Chicago Bears. Like, what? I was like, is Caleb a real Bear? I was like, what?
He was like, he's a Cal Bear? He's going to California?
I'm tripping right now.
Sean says, I wouldn't be against Baker Mayfield, but this year we can move up in the draft because we could complete our team in free agency. We have $50 million in cap space and can free up upwards of $50 million. Really, Sean is saying we can have up to $100 million in cap space, you guys. And I agree with Sean. I'm all for getting Baker Mayfield, even getting a Jameis Winston, but go get the quarterback of the future in the draft because the difference. Here's the thing, guys. The difference between the past of us drafting a rookie quarterback and next season is the rookie quarterback will be coming to the Las Vegas Raiders with a team around him, a good support system, a defense that can get the quarterback the ball. Devontae Adams, one of the best wide receivers in the game. Michael Mayer, I'm predicting he's going to have a breakout season in 2024. Jacoby Myers is not a scrub as a wide receiver too. Hunter Renfrow is a question mark. Is he coming back? If he doesn't, it's okay. We got Trey Tucker, who's going to take the top off the defense. Josh Jacobs, possibly on his way coming back. The rookie quarterback will have a supporting cast around him. Things that Derek Carr didn't have. Things that I can't even say Jamarcus Russell didn't have because he kind of did, but he kind of did. He was straight up just ass. I feel like you gave Jamarcus Russell the team he has now, Russell will still be butt cheeks. But not even the quarterbacks that we drafted, guys, in the past. The quarterbacks that Carson Palmer, Jason Campbell, Bruce Gronkowski, they didn't have the supporting cast that they've had that this team has. A Devontae Adams, a Michael Mayer, a Jacoby Myers, a Trey Tucker, a Josh Jacobs. They got us. They're going to come into a situation where they have a good supporting cast. So I am all for trading up to go get our guy because that is the one guy that we need is a quarterback. A quarterback. Raider Scorpion said, remember that AP is the one that gave AOC the starting job. He might go with AOC again to be the starter. But I have to clap back at Raider Scorpio because who's to say AP didn't give AOC the starting job because it was an evaluation of AOC? Well, what do you agree with that statement, Nate? I want to ask you that. Did Antonio Pierce start Aiden O'Connell for the reason that he's like, I'm going to be here next season? AP had confidence. I'm going to be here next season. Let me see what Aiden O'Connell has. I'm going to evaluate the kid.
Well, last season was AOC's his intro to the league.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, the guy that will draft this coming draft, it'll be his intro to the league, and they'll battle it out. AOC's still going to be on the team.
Yeah.
He didn't do bad, but, the guy that we could potentially get is a starting caliber quarterback, hopefully, if we trade up.
Yeah.
Hopefully that is the plan. Like I said, I wanted to be able to draft the QB, make them battle it out. Whoever, gets the job, gets the job. And
I agree with that too.
I
agree with that too. Have Aiden battle it out with the rookie quarterback. Thrill says, how many superstar quarterbacks do you feel are in this draft? Nate, you go first, and then I'll give my take.
How many superstar? I mean, superstar. I mean, I don't know. Wait, can we say there's superstar QBs in college? I don't know.
I'll say potential. Thrill. We'll go that route. Potential superstar quarterbacks.
Because any of the top 5, they're starting over AOC.
Yeah, Michael Penix, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels. Those Bo Nix, I feel can be a sleeper. I can see why people are not high on Bo Nix because
Drake May even
came to, but a lot of people weren't high on Justin Herbert coming out of Oregon, and he got picked in the first round. I know Marcus Mariota didn't live up to the Oregon quarterbacks, but Justin Herbert has. I know a lot of people want to hate on him because he's a Charger. I hate on him because he's a Charger, but as a football person looking at it from a football perspective, Justin Herbert is not a scrub as a quarterback. That boy gives, again, I said it a lot of times. people beat it up on the Raiders because DC never had a good defense. No, you want to know who never had a good defense? Justin Herbert, which is crazy to think considering he had Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Derwin James, J.C. Jackson on that defense, and that defense is still terrible. Terrible defense. Terrible defense. And the thing is, go watch Justin Herbert's games, you guys.
Bro, if we have Justin
That boy
Herbert,
was putting up 38 points, putting up 40. Like, he was putting up points, he was putting up touchdowns and lining up the scoreboard. But you know what's funny? He would lose those games, putting up 40 points, putting up 30 points. Why? Because his defense was a trash defense.
Bro, if we have Herbert on our team, we're going to the divisional round.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie. Homeboy gave up a 30 or was it 30-0 lead or 27-0 lead in the wild card game against the Jags. Not gonna forget about that, but we've seen our fair share of choked leads in our lifetime. I mean, not like that, but I'm just saying we can't act like we never went through something like that.
Brandon Staley stuff.
Russell Wilson would be funny for us. Imagine all the memes. You know what? I kind of want us just to get Russell Wilson just to see Nate's face.
I will never go to Subway ever again.
Mr. Unlimited. You got to be unlimited, bro. You got to feel unlimited. Raiders Corey said, what about Mac Jones? Hell to the no.
Nah.
Hell to the no.
He has zero awareness.
Worst awareness I ever seen in my life, bro. No pocket awareness and no awareness on where he's throwing the football.
I can't even call him mobile.
He's not, because he's not mobile. He's a pocket passer.
And he's not even his pocket his passing ain't even that good either. Like that boy overthrows everyone.
Oh, for sure. And he either overthrows or underthrows. I don't want Mac Jones. I don't want Mac Jones. Raiders Scorpion, which quarterback coming out on draft day that can start right away week 1? Too early to tell, Scorpion, I'm gonna be honest. Because I didn't say CJ Stroud was a day 1 starter until after the combine and after his pro day. Once I seen the way he can sling the football and the accuracy that he has, I'm like, this guy's a day 1 starter. Like that. So I want to see. I can't wait till combine to get a good good look at these quarterbacks coming out. But yes, combine and pro day. Once that is wrapped up, I think I can give a good estimation. Nate, do you got an opinion, man? Do you think there's a day 1 starter as of right now?
Day 1 starter?
Yeah.
I mean, for us?
No, it could be. Yeah, it could be for us. But what quarterback coming out of the draft is a day 1 starter in your opinion?
Caleb Williams. I'd say.
You think there's more quarterbacks? There's not just one.
I know. I forgot the top 5. Well, the top 5 basically.
The top 5 is Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, and Bo Nix. JJ McCarthy might take that 5th spot, maybe, but I think right now it would probably go to Caleb Williams being a day 1 starter. Yeah. It would be right now. If I'm just speaking, if I had to go right now
before the combine, anything.
Yeah, before the combine, before pro day, if I had to pick one quarterback that I thought was a day 1 starter, Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
That's the one guy. Steve DeLuna, trade up for Marvin Harrison Jr., AOC 4, going to ball out. No reason to. If you're trading up, you're drafting a quarterback. There's no reason to trade up for a wide receiver. When you have Devontae Adams, you got Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, you got weapons to surround the quarterback with. Go get your quarterback. That's the one thing I said. if you can't get it done with Jacoby Myers, Devontae Adams, Trey Tucker, Hunter Renfrow, Josh Jacobs, the way Zamir White was running, Michael Mayer, then there's a problem at the quarterback position and the offensive coordinator position. Those are the issues. There should be no reason we're not scoring 30 plus points, or at least getting 24 a game. There should not be no reason we're scoring 16, 17, 19, 18 points a game. There should be no reason for that. Having the talent that we have on this offense, that is a quarterback and an offensive coordinator issue. If you're trading up, you're trading up for a quarterback. Thrill says AOC does need to take salsa lessons to get his feet better in the pocket. Bro, I agree. Steve DeLuna says draft the best O-line and AOC will be fine. The thing is, DeLuna, I said this, your O-line is never going to be there's going to be a time. There's going to be a time, DeLuna, where your offensive line isn't going to have its best day. And you're going to need a quarterback to move around in the pocket. Aiden has shown nothing this past season where he moves around in the pocket. Could he learn it? Maybe. But that's what I'm saying. Let them battle it out. I'm not saying Aiden doesn't deserve a shot at the job. He still does. But competition. We need competition. Bring in a Jaden Daniels. Bring in a Caleb Williams. Bring in a Michael Penix Jr. to battle Aiden for that starting job. Don't just give it to Aiden. Build up the rest of the team, and Aiden still can't get it done. We've seen that for the past 9 years. I'm not going to give Aiden that excuse of like, oh, offensive line is terrible. Receivers were dropping passes, which they were. Those are facts. But what's also a fact is he had no pocket awareness. He did not have that clock in his head to be like, I need to get the hell out of the pocket. Because there was plenty of times, week in and week out, where there was a hole opening up and he didn't take off and run.
And also, he does need to change his number. 4 is not it.
He does. I do agree. I feel it doesn't look right. I feel like he should have stuck with 16. Raider Scorpio, thanks to all the sub Raider families. We are getting there so far, 451. Salute to Raider Scorpio for being on top of it and just reminding everybody, yes, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and hit the bell. Do not forget, you guys. And Primos gets to 500 subs. I'm pulling out my double shot glass and taking 2 double shots of Captain Morgan. Promise, let's go. Raider Scorpio, I'm going to need video of that so we can put it onto the channel.
No, you need to do it with him.
And you know what's funny? I got Baja Blast mixed with vodka right here, bro. Or no, not vodka, Bacardi. Bacardi and Baja Blast.
Baja Blast? Where the heck you get that?
You know what? I will do that. We'll have a 500 subscriber celebration show, and I'll do a double shot.
I'll get a milkshake. I don't care. I'll get a milkshake, and I will drink my milkshake.
I'll do 2 shots, 2 double shots of the vodka of my choosing, and it's not going to be a whissy move. It's going to be some strong vodka that I know I will feel it. Going down my throat. Pause necessary. No one clipped that. I didn't pause necessary, but I will do that. You guys have my word. Raider Scorpio over here being a bad influence, man.
I'm weak, man.
John Johnson, this is coming from Raider Scout. He said, would assume Cameron Clemens and Edgar Bennett are among the 2 not being moved on from potential for Clemens to be the new offensive line coach as well. Oh, okay. Because we do need a new offensive line coach. I don't know. I need to do some research on offensive line coaches and how their scheme is, what they like to run, how they like to move their offensive line, and get back to you on that. Steve DeLuna says mediocre line that came in 12th, and a pressure to make Devontae happy. AOC 4 still 5 wins thrown into fire. Now I'm not taking that away from him, Steve. I'm not. But to call the offensive line mediocre when they were ranked top 12 by PFF, mediocre is a stretch. And the pressure to make Devontae happy, I can agree on that because it did feel like he was under pressure to make Devontae happy, to give him hella targets. I'm not saying AOC can't win. I'm just saying I don't see him being the guy that's going to lead the Raiders to the playoffs. The reason being is because he didn't improve on his pocket awareness. He didn't improve on escaping the pocket. There was times that we were in a position that we needed a mobile quarterback, that if we had one, we could have picked up a first down. We wouldn't have to punt, or we wouldn't have a turnover. We could have just picked up the first down and keep the drive moving. And that's what I would have loved to see from Aiden, if he would have utilized his legs a little bit more.
It would be so cool if we had AOC and our newly drafted QB to like duo it to the playoffs. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Jacoby had 16. Oh yeah, I forgot. Jacoby had 16. He said Jacoby looks like Plunkett in the pocket. Maybe he can learn Plunkett's. I don't know if he's. Wait, Thrill, are you talking about Aiden? Because I forgot. Jacoby Myers does have 16. I forgot about that. I'm assuming he's talking about Aiden. He says Aiden looks like he's Plunkett in the pocket. Maybe he can learn Plunkett's pocket presence. That's really what Aiden needs to learn. If Aiden can learn the pocket awareness and have the pocket presence and know when to like move in the pocket or even just utilize his legs a little bit more, I give Aiden a shot. But the thing is, we need a mobile quarterback. We need a quarterback that can extend drives. When the play goes wrong, we have a quarterback that can escape the pocket, pick up some yards, or even pick up the first down. Nate, did you see that 54-yard run that Josh Allen had? This past
Bro,
weekend?
I saw that. I watched that like 5 times. It was beautiful.
Like, that play was like, bro, we need a quarterback that can run. Imagine if we seen some shit like that. Imagine.
I'm just trying to imagine
AFC right that our quarterback rolls out of the pocket, takes off and runs, jukes a defender, breaks another defender's tackle, and then takes off for like 30 more yards for a touchdown. I'd be like, bro, we got a quarterback of the future, bro. Like, that's what I'm asking for. Like, Josh Allen this past weekend, you guys, that is the play of a quarterback that I'm looking for. When the play is not there, you take off and you run. Thrill says, what was it his last games? 8 touchdowns, no interceptions is promising, but AOC will never be Josh Allen. That's really the standard you got to hold up our quarterbacks to. You got to hold them to a standard of a Patrick Mahomes. I know a lot of people are like, well, why do we need a Patrick Mahomes? Because you're going against Patrick Mahomes. That's why.
But he's in our division, Doug.
Yeah, and he's in our division. Like, that's the standard. That's what the Chargers were like. We got to move on from Phillip Rivers. We got to go get our guy. The Broncos, instead of drafting their guy, they try to go trade for the guy, and it wasn't their guy. So, and Steve,
they're going to try to.
I know that, bro.
I think they're going to.
He said Russ will just throw flags. The Raiders were the least penalized team in the league.
I feel like the Broncos are going to try to get their QB too.
Oh, they are. They're definitely, after benching Russell, this one they're going to try to draft. That's what I'm saying. We got to trade into the top 5. We got to trade up. We got to get in front of the Broncos. We got to get in front of the Vikings. I don't know. Let me see the draft order. I'm going to bring up the draft order, you guys. Let me bring up the draft order. Let's bring up the draft order.
Yeah. It's funny because right after that Indianapolis game, I was watching Graphside and they were doing mock drafts.
I love watching Grass's watch parties, him and Hammer's watch parties. It's hella funny because it's like, see, if the Raiders lose, I know they're just gonna do a mock draft, and this shit's gonna be funny as hell. Bro, Andy's the most fun, bro. Andy's like more fun than anything because he's like, bring on the mock drafts.
For real, he'd be like Amicus.
But Steve says, yeah, Russ will just throw, bro. Least again, I'll go back, least penalized team in the league, Steve. So maybe not, maybe not. Big Unk said Raiders need Russell.
I know who that is.
Yeah, come on, Nate. Russell Wilson to the Raiders. Let's do it. Hashtag Russell to LV.
Oh my gosh.
Daryl says, let's not let that slide. The least penalized in the NFL. We led the NFL for so many years in a row. You can't let that slide, Thrill. Like, AP had 2 games where the Raiders were not penalized one time. 2 games. In 9 games that he coached, he had 2 games that the Raiders were not penalized at all. Raider Scorpio said, we need to catch up to Kansas City. And to do that, we need a franchise quarterback. And honest, Scorpio, I don't think we need to catch up to Kansas City. I think we're right there.
We just need that QB to go on to push forward above them.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the Raider Scorpio, the thing is, last season, the win against Kansas City proved that if we had a quarterback, that could have been a blowout. That game could have been a blowout if we had a real quarterback. But, yeah, let's look at this. So, Chicago's number 1. Washington's 2. People think Washington's going to get a quarterback. New England's definitely getting a quarterback. Arizona, I don't think they're going to get one. Chargers are not going to get one. You then got the Giants, Tennessee, Atlanta, Chicago, the Jets, the Vikings, Denver, all in front of the Raiders. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, because Atlanta is going to draft one. 5, 6, and you got 7 teams, I would say. You got 7 teams in front of you that are possibly going to go quarterback or try to trade up, because
you gotta be fast.
Try to trade up. Denver might trade up. Vikings might trade up.
You gotta be fast.
Yeah, you got to give the best offer out there. This is gonna get really, really shaky, you guys. Come draft night, what are the Raiders gonna do?
I mean, we've seen right now, like Antonio Pierce said, "Bye, Bo." He fast with his stuff.
He was like, "Bye, Bo, bye, Bo," and I agree with Thrill here. I say we need 5. We need 5 on this. We need to call the Chargers and be like, "What?" But will the Chargers trade a pick? Maybe not. Hey, then I'm calling the Cardinals up. I'm like, "What you want for that 4th overall pick?" But anyways, you guys, again, to re-break the news of what was broken an hour ago, you guys, Raiders have took the interim tag off, and they have hired Antonio Pierce as the full-time head coach. Raider Nate, final thoughts, man, before we get out of here.
He's that guy. He's like, what's that reel? I just saw a reel, and it was like, guess who's back?
Oh, yeah, guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. But with that, y'all, have a blessed Friday. Celebrate.
Nuggets and Celtics today, by the way.
Raiders have hired Antonio Pierce. There's going to be more news dropping. We'll probably likely drop short videos. So stay tuned for that. Hit that bell so you guys are not missing it. Hit the subscribe button on the way out. Hit the like and share with your friends. Let's run them numbers up. Get Raiders Primos to 500. If so, Raiders Scorpio's taking a shot. I'm taking a shot. I'll invite them on the show. We'll take a shot live for you guys to see. But with that, as always, and as Antonio Pierce will lead the Raiders out of a victory, Ray!